Hi, I'm Johnny.
And I'm Dee Marie.
And we're the Artistic Nomads. And we're radically reducing our belongings over the next few months in order to live full-time in an RV. We're documenting the process here on YouTube as well as on our blog over on artisticnomads.com. Oh, and we're putting it all over social media.
This week we decided to go through our entertainment category of belongings. So that included not only DVDs and CDs, but we even had some VHS and cassette tapes. Plus we have a really small collection of board games and jigsaw puzzles because we love to do jigsaw puzzles.
And I started the process out by sorting through our CD library. Our CD library wasn't that huge. I have under 200 discs, but I wanted to make sure everything was backed up, burned, and copied to our digital music library. And that was kind of a process. It took me a couple of days. There's going to be a video about that.
Yes.
Holding on to the actual physical object isn't as important anymore. We can shed the physical object and find what we want in the digital world. The reason we're doing this is because there's a lot of streaming options now. You can go and you can find music online. And I've been out there finding bits and pieces of the music that I love from the 70s and the 80s and getting it into our music library.
For our movie and TV library, we took all the DVDs and VHS tapes that we have, we made a huge pile on the floor and started sorting through. I think we did TV first and then movies, or movies first and then TV, I don't remember.
There was a big pile on the floor and we sorted through it.
Right. And one of the things that we took into consideration is the huge amount of streaming options that are available today. For music, it's not as easy because you can only make channels, whereas for movies and television, you can go directly to Netflix and say, I want to watch this show, I want to see this movie on Amazon, I've subscribed to HBO, give me the movies. So we know that a lot of stuff is available on streaming, but we also have a lot of stuff that's older or that's more obscure and didn't have a huge audience. So those can be harder to find on streaming options unless you're willing to pay for them.
I had some classic sci-fi I had to make sure I could get a hold of because I really love my D-rate flicks from the 1950s and 60s.
Yeah, the one concern we do have with streaming is that living in an RV, we'll be parking at different RV parks, and some of them will have Wi-Fi, some of them will have Wi-Fi that's not so good, some of them will have Wi-Fi that you have to pay extra for. In some cases we'll have our own digital hotspot, but we have to save a lot of that data for making videos like this and streaming them, uploading them. So we have to think about what is our really truly favorite stuff that we want to watch, and we want to be able to watch even if we're in the middle of nowhere with no Wi-Fi. So those few movies and DVDs that are TV shows that are still our favorites that we still watch over and over again, we're going to keep those, but we're going to put them into a binder so that all of them fit in just one small little binder so it doesn't take up space in the RV. So the one point I did want to make about the movies, and I said we want to keep the ones that are our favorites, we want to keep the ones that are our favorites now. Not the movies that were our favorites 5 years ago or 10 years ago. For instance, I used to be obsessed with the Matrix movies. I would watch them over and over again. I would watch them whenever they were on cable. I would watch them on our DVDs. I don't think I've watched them in 2 years, so obviously they're no longer a favorite. It's okay to let go of things that weren't your favorite before and just hold on to the things that you're actually going to use and enjoy now.
The other thing we had to do is we went through board games and puzzles. We didn't have that many, but some of the puzzles came from my parents' home, and so they have sentimental attachment. I did try to offer them to my niece and my nephews to go to them, and they haven't come back and said yes, we want them. So we're gonna end up donating them.
So all the movies and TV that we have, we made inventory lists and we put it on social media saying, friends, do you want this? We'll send you the list. You can tell us what titles you want. We gave them a deadline. It's very important to set deadlines, otherwise you'll be holding on to these things forever. So they're supposed to let us know by today if they want things. Tomorrow we start going to the local bookstores and music stores and saying, do you want these? And they'll sort through them, they'll pay us a few bucks for each one, and we'll make a little money back that way. Whatever's left we plan to donate to a local senior living facility. because Johnny has a friend.
Yeah, I found out through a friend that she lives in a facility where they accept donations of DVDs, CDs, magazines, and even used equipment that plays DVDs and VHS tapes. I get a bonus. I get to get rid of some electronic stuff.
That's still in working condition, of
Yes.
course.
And we can also donate the discs. If they don't want this stuff, we can donate the discs and the cases and the leftovers to places that, like, there's a place here in town called Treasures for Teachers, and they accept donations of objects they can turn into art and teach in the classroom. And there's also art therapy around the valley, and so we can donate some of our items to them. We don't have to hang on to anything. There are ways to reduce, reuse, and recycle in ways that don't fill the landfills. What we're trying to do is find a way to repurpose these items.
Some of the things that we did actually throw out this week are the broken cases, because those CD cases break so easily, and a bunch of cassette tapes.
Yeah, old cassette tapes. I've actually managed to find replaced a lot of the music I didn't expect to be able to replace from cassette tapes. So apparently there were some things that I listened to that ended up being popular, even though they weren't popular back in the day. Like New Order. I didn't expect to be able to find New Order. Who knew? It's there. 1981, I think.
So that's it for the entertainment portion of our sorting.
It's been a process. And it wasn't nearly as traumatic as I thought it was going to be. I think because we've been sitting with this for a little while and knew we had to divest ourselves of our possessions. So I've been sitting with the emotional aspect of this going, okay, I don't need it. We're just sitting there and sorting and talking and sorting. And then...
so you can see the decision-making process that we went through with our stuff.
Right. And I think it's really important to show people what you go through. We don't want you to miss any of our content, so hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and make sure you click the box that says keep me updated so that you don't miss an update from the Artistic Nomads.
And you also can follow us on social media. There we're using Artistic Nomads, so at Artistic Nomads for Twitter, Instagram. You can find us on Facebook.
And Radically Reducing, hashtag Radically Reducing.
The hashtag, yes.
So we'll post those links up in the description box below, and
And we have a Radically Reducing page on our website where you can see all the blog posts that go along with these and see the count of everything that we've gotten rid of.
yes, the end of each week, we're putting up a count, or at the end of each week.
We're updating the count regularly.
We update the counter on each video about how much stuff we've gotten rid of through the week. And we're going to give you a total count of all of the items.
And if you're doing your own Radically Reducing, let us know what you got rid of this week in the comments on this video, or hashtag Radically Reducing.
Say bye to the people.
Bye.
Bye, people. Thank you for watching. Radically Reducing is getting rid of most of our stuff. We are taking a 2-bedroom apartment essentially and reducing it into a less than 30-foot long RV.